Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain, and this is another Yu-Gi-Oh video, a Yugioh Vrains video. It is pronounced V-Rains, like brains, trains, but with a V. So it is going to be a bit of a tongue twister later on, I am sure, when you're repeating it over and over. Now, I'm not here to break the news. That's been done by BYG Aigami, where he broke the news about the new summoning technique. He broke the news regarding the name for this 6th series. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give you my thoughts regarding the new summoning mechanic and what are my my thought processes when I first read it. Firstly, one big mistake that I believe that they done was, why are the link monsters, why are they blue? They should color too. I personally would have preferred a complete color, probably a crimson red maybe, but I'm not completely too fussed about that. But one thing I am a little bit fussed initially was, I was like, oh wow, this is very easy to summon. To summon a link monster, let's say a link free monster, you just need to use free effect monsters and that's it. And if you were to summon it again, you could use a link 2 monster which substitutes as 2 effect monsters as well as an effect monster. So I initially thought, oh wow, this is very easy to summon. Oh no, it's gonna get spammed out, it's gonna be broken once more. However, being a Yu-Gi-Oh player, being a person who plays the game, who plays it competitively, I have to understand and I appreciate the fact that this is just the initial onset. So there is no point making judgments saying, oh this is broken, oh this is too easy, or wow, Konami's lost the plot. It's too early to say anything like that because it's going to change. Although university and I am part of this bandwagon, I just dislike pendulums. If I cannot avoid playing pendulums in whatever way possible, so I do kind of welcome the fact that the pendulum zones are now part of the back row, the spell and trap card zone. So they substitute as part of the spell and trap card zone. Therefore, if you have a pendulum scale on the field, that means you could only play free spell and traps, and that is a very, very good little change they did. And I probably may do a video on this separately because I have a lot of things to say regarding that and the altercations, the implications for other decks. Now, we know that Decode Talker is the ace monster for Yusaku Fujiki from Yugioh Vrains, so it's just going to be very nice to see how they're going to utilize and how he's going to evolve. And one thing I have to make sure everyone understands is, remember Xyz's monsters. When Utopia came out, we thought, okay, that's fine, his effect isn't all that. We will get broken, disgusting effects regarding these link monsters. Now, one thing I am a bit curious about is regarding the arrows, the up, down, left, right, south, west, diagonal arrows, which kind of point towards other monster card zones which are able to then be summoned from the extra deck. So you can then spam out cards from the extra deck. Now, let me tell you one thing, it's not broken as of yet, but then again, I haven't seen it in play. We haven't seen a broken variation of it, so it's once again still just too early to make any sort of judgment regarding that. I do think that it should have been a different color than the blue, because they should make it distinctively unique from the other type of monsters. And I would have said they should have done a crimson red or a darker red, although it would be kind of similar to the trap cards, but well, what can we do, eh? Regarding everything else, I think that the news that we got from the V-Jump was, I think it was a very welcome set of news, because it's very well overdue. We were waiting for the new series to drop long time ago. But for those who don't know, there's a new type of monsters, the link monsters, and these link monsters have no defense. They're unable to go to defense. If you book a moon, it's not gonna work, so they can't be forcefully put into defense purely because they have no defense. They have no defensive capability. So there is that new aspect to it, and that is very, very interesting. The actual battles, the duels for Yugioh Vrains is going to happen in VR, in virtual reality. He's going to be riding on a board. I forgot its exact name. Pardon me, by the way, I'm not in my usual studio, so I can't really give you I don't have my notes with me, I'm going off the top of my head, but they are in some sort of cyberspace which was speculated heavily beforehand, and he also has a transformation. Now, I have a lot to say for the transformation and the aspect of virtual reality, but I guess I'll save that for another time when I am more comfortable in my recording. And with the whole virtual reality aspect, it does seem like, okay, Duel Links was a very good foreshadowing, because they have that style of linking the whole cybernetic, cyberspace, etc. Also with Dark Side of Dimensions, it was all working as a foreshadowing mechanism for Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, so I can't wait. Now, what are my initial thoughts. I like, so far I have no complaints regarding the news. I don't think that it's overly broken. I don't think it's stupid. I don't think it's revolutionary. I don't think it's revolutionary. What I do think is it's very balanced. Heck, how can I say it's not revolutionary? Because they are revamping and revolutionizing the game once more. But to me, it's not really resonating with me that, oh my god, I can't believe it, this is amazing. If anything, I was more to see actually the new rules, and the new rules being the extra monster zone. So that's where the link summon monster is summoned. There's 2 on the field, and essentially it is first come first serves. There's on the left and the right between each player, and after you choose, that becomes part of your monster card zone. So the point being, all the zones, the monster card zones, the spell and trap card zones, are interchangeable. Not interchangeable, but the point being, you need to think very carefully when dueling, and I don't know if that's a good thing. If you are trying to hook in a younger audience as well as making it more competitive, was it the wisest choice to introduce another summoning mechanic? Was it the wisest choice to kind of revamp the layout of dueling again? It wasn't revamped last time, they just added the pendulum, but now this time it is fully revamped. So it is something to think about, and the implications on other decks, I don't know. Let's look at the DDDs, because they're gonna suffer quite a bit, aren't they? Because you can, if you have a pendulum scale and let's say you have the contract cards, you can only play 3 at a time, but that means you have to be far more efficient. So it is a balancing of the meta, as well as depending on how the link monsters perform, it also could be shifting the meta in one direction. So the paradigm has been shifted completely. And with that being said, that is just my initial reaction, my initial thoughts, and just how I feel. I apologize, I'm not in my current location, not my usual preferred location, not with my usual preferred equipment. I'm not sure how this is going to be edited. One thing I am going to say is, I want you guys to look out for a video that's going to come out tomorrow or a few days after. It's going to be a rant about Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a very important video talking about what killed Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you may think, oh no, nothing killed Yu-Gi-Oh! There is one thing that killed Yu-Gi-Oh! And I will go into heavy detail regarding that, because I got a lot of things to say, essentially. And in that video I did say as much as I could, and I hope you guys digest that video and also comment your thoughts. And anyway guys, what are your thoughts regarding the new link summoning? Please be open-minded, do not close it off straight away. Understand that it's more so of a cyclic process. Once every 3 years, recently with 5D's GX and Arc 5, we get a new anime, and therefore we also get a new dueling mechanic, a summoning mechanic, what have it. And with that being said, that is how they introduce and capture a new audience, a younger audience, and hook them into the game. So with that being said, like, share, comment, subscribe, check out the other videos, subscribe to myself, BYG Igami, as well as the Facebook page. You may now exit Dimsy's domain, subscribe with your dual disc and all that jazz. Thank you and goodbye.